The Pak-43 was a German 8.8 cm anti-tank gun developed by Krupp in competition with the Rheinmetall 8.8 cm Flak 41 anti-aircraft gun and used during World War II. The Pak-43 was the most powerful anti-tank gun of the Wehrmacht to see service in significant numbers, also serving in modified form as the 8.8 cm KWK-43 main gun on the Tiger II tank, the open-top Nashorn and fully enclosed casemate-hulled Elefant and Jagdpanther tank destroyers. The improved 8.8 cm gun was fitted with a semi-automatic vertical breech mechanism that greatly reduced recoil. It could also be fired electrically while on its wheels. It had a very flat trajectory out to 910 m, making it easier for the gunner to hit targets at longer ranges as fewer corrections in elevation were needed. The gun had exceptional penetration and could defeat the frontal armor of any Allied tank to see service during the war at long range, even the Soviet IS-2 tanks and IS chassis-based tank destroyers. The gun's maximum firing range exceeded 15 km. KWK-43 and Pak-43s were initially manufactured with monoblock barrels, but the extremely high muzzle velocity and operating pressures caused rapid barrel wear, resulting in a change to a two-piece barrel. This did not affect performance but made replacing a worn-out barrel much faster and easier than before. The main version of the Pak-43 was based on a highly effective cruciform mount, which offered a full 360-degree traverse and a much lower profile than the ubiquitous anti-aircraft 8.8 cm Flak 37. However, the manufacture of this version was initially slow and costly, a situation that was made worse by the destruction of the carriage production line by Allied bombing. When the Pak-43 was delayed, Krupp was asked to produce a weapon using this barrel using as many existing components as possible. This previous barrel design was then designated the Pak-41. The Pak-41 barrel was fitted with a horizontal sliding block breech mechanism resembling that of the 7.5 cm Pak-40, and the semi-automatic gear was a simplified version of that used on the Pak-43. The two-wheel split-trail carriage was from the 10.5 cm La FH-18 field howitzer, with the wheels from the 15 cm SFH howitzer. The Pak-41 was ballistically identical to the Pak-43 and fired the same ammunition, hence its performance was identical. Sources are unclear as to whether the Pak-41 and the Pak-43 barrels were identical. Either way, it is responsible for the Pak-43 designation for the whole design. The 41 proved heavy and awkward to handle in the mud and snow of the Eastern Front, and gunners referred to 41 as the barn door, a reference to the size and weight of the gun. Nevertheless, the improvised Pak-43 proved an effective substitute for the Pak-43 until sufficient numbers of the more complex cruciform mounts could be manufactured to replace it in service. The Pak-43 was also mounted in German armored vehicles, and this version was known as the 8.8 cm KWK-43. Versions of this gun were mounted in a number of German armored vehicles under different designations, including the Tiger II heavy tank and several tank destroyers, the Hornis, Nashorn, Ferdinand, Elefant and Jagdpanther. A few examples of the Tiger II-based Jagdtiger were also completed with the 8.8 cm weapon due to a shortage of the 12.8 cm Pak-44, but these tank destroyers are not believed to have seen operational service. There were 578 8.8 cm Pak in German Army service on the 1st of October 1944 and 829 on the 1st of January 1945. The Royal Hungarian Army also had a minimum of 31 pieces. The Hungarian First Army used them in the northeastern Carpathians and later withdrew them to the Attila line for the defense of Budapest.
The complexity of that gearbox is quite astounding.